What's good, guys? I hope you guys are ready for a jam-packed video and we're gonna get right to it. First off, we're gonna be discovering what's happening in the broader market. We'll be discussing what happened to earnings last week. We're talking about Amazon, we're talking about Google, Microsoft, all those massive companies. And then we're gonna be discussing what's coming in next week with earnings. We're gonna look into Corsair Gaming and many other companies. And lastly, we're gonna discuss what happened with inflation scares and COVID Delta variant scares that we briefed on 2 weeks ago in our last YouTube video. So buckle up, guys, because we have a video for you today. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. One of my favorite stocks right now for the middle of this week is Corsair Gaming, okay? They report earnings on Tuesday right before market open. This company is known for its hardware and support for the esports and gaming community. They develop headsets and PCs and much more. Also, not to mention, they also develop gaming chairs, guys. I don't have a gaming chair, so I'm definitely going to hit them up. Hopefully, I can get a little boost for their earnings. But other than that, one of its biggest competitors actually recently reported earnings. And guess who that competitor is? It is Logitech, okay? And here are the numbers. Q1 sales were up 1.3 billion, 66% from last. Q1 GAAP earnings per share grew 160% to 109 compared to 42 cents from last year. That is insane, guys. Those numbers are absolutely crazy. But this stock dropped. Now, why did this stock drop? Investors were disappointed with management's outlook, which anticipates that sales will be flat on a constant currency basis in its fiscal 22 year. This is not good news. Investors don't want to hear this. They want to hear growth. The Corsair Gaming is a growth company. Logitech, on the other hand, it's a mature unicorn. Let's say that it's a mature unicorn that's developed and is continuing to grow. Corsair is like in the baby stages. It's not a fully developed unicorn. It could get there, but as long as we see growth, this is all we want, okay? So, what's my take on Corsair now after analyzing all this, doing due diligence, guys? Remember to do your own due diligence. We could see a move either way, okay? I expect a great fiscal result for this quarter, but the guidance is what's gonna make or break this stock, okay? Just like Logitech, guidance, not great. Earnings was absolutely amazing. As I charted, it is trending at support, so we'll see if this stock either breaks out or breaks down, because both are in the realm of possibility. And as investors and traders, we need to put ourselves in the best possible situation. So I'm going to wait after earnings to see where this stock goes and to see what will happen. Because guys, at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that if you buy a stock before earnings, you are simply gambling. Because as we saw last week, guys, we saw Apple, Microsoft, all these stocks had great earnings, and what did they do after hours? Tank, because it's either going to go up or down. It's basically a casino, and if you're playing stocks for earnings, it's a casino, guys. I mean, I'm gonna put it as simple as that because I want to be real with you guys. So let's get right into the next stock that we will be checking out. And the ticker for our next top stock is SKLZ, aka Skills. They will be reporting earnings on Tuesday after hours. Both Corsair and Skills are in the same industry and both have absolutely great long-term potential. So let's get into it. If you're following whales and hedge fund managers, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Cathie Woods, aka as known investors, Mama Woods, cut a huge position of her Skills. This is not good, and we don't like this. We don't want to hear this, especially when earnings is around the corner. She cut it from her ARK ETF. This signals to me that we may see Skills dip even lower, because we're talking about one of the greatest investors within the last year, okay? Her returns have absolutely been insane. Let's follow the trend. Who knows what could happen to this stock, because it is actually trending at support, just like Corsair Gaming. They're both retail stocks, absolutely crazy growth. And Corsair is also known as a meme stock, but we're not going to say that around here because we love Corsair. Okay, I personally wouldn't be surprised if this stock falls even lower, because investors aren't anticipating what could happen for earnings, okay? As we saw with these massive big tech stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Google, they all had their pre-anticipatory run-ups to earnings, but Corsair and Skills, they've just been trending at support the last basically month, honestly. So we could see something massive happen, either a breakdown or breakout, okay? On that note, I have two other earning plays that I'm absolutely loving right now. And really, there's a lot of good stocks that are having earnings right now. Obviously, we don't have big techs, we don't have these big mammoth companies reporting, but there's a lot of slept on companies, okay? One of those companies is Ocugen, ticker OCGN. They report on Friday before open, and they are also working with a company called Bart Biotech. I probably butchered that, and I'm so sorry. But the reason I like this stock is because we're seeing right now the Delta variant is absolutely running rampant in the United States. Okay, this is insane for a company that's actually working for a COVID vaccine. The Ocugen's partnered with the biotech company that has a vaccine called Corvavaxin. Company executives just said for OCGN, and this was said at the beginning of the month. So I like OCGN right now. We'll see what happens during earnings, if they can give any guidance. Obviously, we're not going to anticipate like blowout earnings like everybody probably thinks. We just want news on what's happening with their partnership with this biotech company. And if we could see, or if we could get any guidance on what's happening to Corvavaxin, I hope I'm saying that vaccine right, if we could see anything happen in Canada or in the United States. All right, guys, and lastly, we'll be talking about what's happening in the broader market and that video we put out, that banger of a video we put out 2 weeks ago. Okay, essentially what I was talking about in that video was we would experience a pullback in the market due to what's happening with inflation scares and the COVID Delta variant scare. All right, as we saw that Monday, we saw a pullback in the market. I believe the SPY was lower than 2%, which is insane. But the market always rally backs from dips, and if people bought the dip, they're in the money right now. That's all I can say. Now, with all that being said, I don't think the market is scared of the COVID Delta variant. What the market is scared of is an economy shutdown. Look at what happened in March when our economy shut down. We could surely expect that once again, but I'm 85% sure we will not expect an economy shutdown, just because so many people have been furloughed. They're finally getting back on their feet and finally going back to work. Now, with all that being said, there's another red flag in the market that I overlooked: the eviction moratorium. Okay, that's another red flag in the market because people will be getting evicted from their homes, which is negative on against the housing market. With all this supply of houses coming to the market, it's a big red flag. Okay, so essentially what you guys need to watch out for is economy shutdown, staying up to with the news, and seeing what's in the media. I know people have their own preference on what media to look at and sources, but make sure you're just up to date as an individual, as an American citizen, and as an investor. You want to know that your investments are protected long-term and short-term. Guys, with all that being said, I hope you guys dominate the market and absolutely destroy what is yet to come, okay? Remember, diamond hands, take profit, and risk management, guys, because do not get caught with your pants down. Later, guys. Hope you have a great week.